I did see this in the news yesterday, and I kind of felt like somewhat. Is the word vindicated? Is that word where you feel like
sure.
like
justified?
Like justified, because back in the day, I would tell Rich how I would go to all these different fast food restaurants. I would go, let's say Burger King, I'd get a Big Mac, and then I'd go to Taco Bell and get a bean burrito or a chalupa or something, and then I'd go to Burger King and I'd go to Wendy's to get a smoothie. I would literally go to all these fast food joints. And then yesterday, it was like all over the news. It said, there's a new survey out on Americans' favorite items at various restaurants. They said, how crazy is it to stop at multiple fast food places to build a perfect fast food meal? And I'm like, yes, you should have been following me 20 years ago.
I feel like that's the trend that's kind of going around right now, too. So you were ahead of that, John Jay.
Yeah, so they put together what they say is the perfect fast food meal. So let me run this by you. It's a Burger King burger, a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, McDonald's French fries and chicken nuggets, washed down with a soda or Dairy Queen milkshake.
Ooh, boy, that's strong.
But I think if they say soda, you got to be specific. I think McDonald's has the best soda.
They do. They have great Coke.
And there's also, like, then they broke down over the favorite fast food hamburger, which is Burger King, followed by Wendy's. Then fast food chicken was Chick-fil-A, followed by Popeyes. Favorite fast food chicken nuggets, McDonald's, followed by Chick-fil-A. Favorite fast food French fries, McDonald's, followed by Wendy's. So I just kind of felt like I was way ahead. I can't believe they mentioned Taco Bell. I think Taco Bell is becoming a little bit more serious.
I can't.
Serious?
Yeah, like you don't just go to Taco Bell and get one thing. You go to Taco Bell and you get everything.
Yeah.
Lots of different things.
Have you seen the new Taco Bell? They have basically fried sauce packets.
What?
Yeah, so they basically take a breaded, I don't know, square rectangle looking thing, and then they put the mild sauce or the hot sauce in there. And you're supposed to take a bite and then pour it on your taco.
I used to drink the sauce right out of the packet. I still, Hey, guess what, guys? Gerald's got a fork story. What's up, Gerald?
Hey, what's up, John J. Rich?
What's your fork story?
So when I was a kid, me and my neighbor got into a fight in my backyard, and there was a barbecue. You know those barbecue forks, the 2-prong.
Yeah. So
I chucked it at him, and it literally hit his nose and stuck, but it didn't stab his eyes. And it's, the side where your nose and your eyes are, and it stood right there on his nose and everything. And he was like, what the? I'm like, dude, did it cut you? He goes, no, dude. It's just it caught my nose and stopped before it went into my eyes.
That's a perfect shot.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm very good with knives. Yeah, but it freaked me out because I was trying to not hit him in the face, and it just and he's just like, what the? I'm like, dude, did it go? He goes, no, dude, look, it stopped, and it literally caught the bridge of his nose and just stopped right before his eyes, right between, where the corner of your eyes are, and yeah, I got yelled at.
Sure. Don't do that.
Yeah, my mom and dad and his parents, no more knife playing. I'm like, okay.
Because not everybody has a barbecue tool story, we're going to allow that as a fork story.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Gerald. Look, there's a text here. When I was 19, I was at Savers getting decorations. At Fascinations, you get decorations. At Savers, you get decorations. Fascinations, decorations.
I think she just came up with a brand
She
or something.
she was at Savers getting decorations for her apartment. She goes, my cousin and I found a giant wooden fork. It's probably 4 feet long. I still have it today, and it's moved with me over the last 21 years. I'm still searching for a giant spoon. Here's another text. When I was younger, my best friend lived with me. My mom would make chicken and rice. I always would give my best friend my chicken, and I would always take her rice. One night, I went to get the rice off her plate. She thought I was taking her chicken, and she stabbed me with a fork in my thigh.
Oh, no.
Everyone's got a fork story.
They had a deal.
Yeah. But Nicole,
touch my chicken.
do you have the Miley Cyrus transition music? Hannah Montana. Let's transition real quick. Nicole has something totally different. What's up, Nicole?
So I just had to call and share a super embarrassing story that happened to me on Thursday. I live in Portland, Oregon. I went to a really nice salon to get a facial for a birthday gift. And, after a facial, you don't put your regular clothes back on. You always bring an extra pair of comfy clothes. So I put that on. I'm leaving. And as I'm pulling out to this busy main area of Lake Oswego, I have a giant spider crawl out of my visor. And when I say giant, I mean like the size of a cutie.
Ew.
Like,
Oh,
and
was it a
Oh my
tarantula?
God.
I would die.
Oh my God. Okay, then what happened?
I honestly feel like I moved somehow from my driver's seat into my passenger seat while putting my car in park, and I jumped out the other side of my car and left my car in the middle of the road and just stood there. And then a lady made eye contact with me and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I'm absolutely not okay." And I was like, "There's a giant spider on my visor." She looks in and she goes, "There's nothing there." And I'm like, did I just like hallucinate it, or was it really there? And so I was like, I can't get back in my car. If it's really there, I can't get back in. So another guy comes over. He parks his truck. He thinks that somebody's dying because of all the screaming that's happening. And I'm like, no, there's a spider. And I'm jumping up and down because I'm very afraid. And in the middle of all this, I look down and there's a pair of underwear hanging out of my sweatpant leg that like I forgot, like I had grabbed sweatpants in the morning to change into. So now I'm already embarrassed, and now a pair of dirty underwear are hanging out of my sweatpants. Everybody saw. We grabbed them. But they did find the spider. We didn't kill it because they said it was bad luck. But I didn't drive my car for 4 days.
Oh my
Yeah, I wouldn't
goodness!
either.
Yeah, because you never know. Is there a nest in there? Like, how did it get there?
Like some good things come from this. I bet
he was
you always check for your underpants now, I'm sure.
Underpants and my visor, I flip it down and I make sure, and I'm doing a scan of my car. I'm tempted to go and ask for like the security footage of that area just to see what that all looks like.
The CCTV. You did a really good job when you described it the size of a cutie. That's when we all went. Because and to have so you saw it on the visor. Did it get on your forehead? Was it like crawl actually on your person yet or no?
I'm actually freaking out a little bit because I'm driving right now in the same car, and it's like it's reoccurring to me. But yeah, it's like I sit up close, and so my head is very close to my visor. And I just saw like two of these legs starting to kick out at first, and I was like, "What?"
Visor! I thought you meant head visor, like she was wearing a hat.
Oh,
and
no.
You're saying
Like
your visor, sun visor. Oh, I thought like a hat and it crawled out on your forehead. Oh,
no.
You know what?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, I gotta tell you, Nicole. So my mom, when I was in college, my mom worked at the check cashing place, right? So she hates mice. She's afraid of mice. One time there was a mouse running around the check cashing place, and she was like, "I need you to come here and get this mouse." And I'm like, "Okay, Mom, this is one of my mouse collector." But I caught the freaking mouse, and I had it in a shoebox. And I was going to the beach to go surfing, and because we lived in San Diego, and I had the shoebox, and I had it sitting on my passenger side of the car. And the mouse freaking jumps up and hits the shoebox lid and jumps out and goes on the floor and is running around my car while I'm on the freeway. And it goes over to where my feet are, where my gas pedal is. And I'm like, this mouse is running around my car as I'm on the freeway. And I just let off everything and I just coast. I'm like in the freeway coasting. And I pull over the shoulder and I get out of the car. I'm like, like all of a sudden I'm afraid of the mouse, which I wasn't when I caught it. Anyway, never found the mouse, so I don't know if it still lived in my car or not.
Oh, really? If you never showed up anywhere?
What's that?
I was going to tell you that when the guy ended up finding the spider, he said some choice phrases and said, "I'm so glad. I was going to pretend that I caught this and killed it, and I was going to just put your mind at ease and have you get back in your car." And he's like, "I'm so glad I didn't, because if this thing would have crawled on me, I would have crashed." And I was like, "Thank you for not pretending."
Nicole, thank you so much for listening. That's a great story. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
That's why you don't want to live on a lake. Those lake spiders get gigantic.
What's your spider story? There are no happy spiders. All right, minute to win it. Becky, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Becky, you're playing for $1,000, but what are you doing right now?
Well, I'm driving on the freeway to work, and I thought about over, but I think I'm just going to keep going with it. Like, I'm just going to vibe with it and just go.
Okay. What part of town?
It's going to calm my nerves to be on the crazy freeway right now.
What freeway are you on, and what part of town?
The 60.
Which way are you going?
Northeast, that's west.
West on the 60. Okay. You're working downtown?
West on the
You're going-
68, and I'm about at, like, Mesa Drive.
Oh, you got a long ways. Dang, that's a long way. Okay. Well, where are you going? I just assume you're working downtown. I don't know. Maybe you're working right off the next exit.
Oh, no, I work in Tempe.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then let's play the game.
Yeah,
Here we
so
go.
I don't have that far to go.
All right, let's lock in your vibes, Becky. 60 seconds on the clock to win $1,000. Here we go. What singer sings the song Pink Pony Club?
Oh, I'm going to say Chapel Roan.
What superhero does Peter Parker become?
Spider-Man.
How many sides on a hexagon?
6.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Da Vinci.
Alexander Graham Bell is famous for inventing what?
The telephone.
What pop star in 2010 wore a famous dress made entirely of meat?
Lady Gaga.
On The Mandalorian, Baby Yoda's real name is what?
Guru.
Finish this phrase. A blank a day keeps the doctor away.
Apple.
What U.S. state borders only one other U.S. state?
Maine.
Link is the lead character in what video game?
You were you got
away.
9 right. Literally just ran out of time.
Her highway vibing was treating her well.
Oh my gosh, if you would have gotten that Chapel Roan one just a little bit quicker, you may have had
I
it.
know. If I would have just gone with my gut on that.
Actually, I think if you would have won the money, we would have had a red flag, and I'll tell
People
you
would
why.
complain.
I'll tell you why.
I know
what
why.
what is Yoda's little what is Mandalorian's little sidekick's name?
I said go Roo, but is it go Gru? Go, what is it?
No, yeah, you got it
think it's
wrong.
Grogu, right?
It's Grogu. Grogu. Grogu, yeah. So you said Grogu or whatever.
With a C or a G?
I think it's a K. I think it's J. It's Groku. Groku. Yeah, right. Am I
I
right?
think she said Gorgu, and it's Grogu.
People would have been mad.
Grogu?
It is G, but
People would have been mad. You're right.
That people would have been like, "Well, it's a red flag." So, but what? And the last question you said is Link. What video game is Link?
What Link is the lead character in what video game? Would you have gotten that?
I would have. I feel like I would have known it, but I would have said, no, I don't know what the name. No, I would have just said Link, but I don't think.
Well, no.
Zelda?
It's Zelda, yeah. Legend of Zelda.
Dude,
It is
that's the
Zelda.
guy in
You're
Paradise is
right, it
named
is
after,
Zelda.
right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Wow. In Paradise, there's this guy who's this really good guy. There's such a twist with the most recent episode. And the whole time, his name is Link, and they joke about him being named after a video game. And I'm like, what video game?
Legend of Zelda.
Wow. Becky, thanks for
Zelda,
calling
yeah.
in.
You did really good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hold on, we're gonna set you up. We're gonna set you up
Thank
with we're still doing the party on Thursday. Hold on, hope you can, it's kind of where you are on your way to Tempe. Hold on, it's at Sunbar.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, hold on a second. Nick, can you set her up with that? So it's where's mine? It's the Corona Beach Club, you guys. Corona Beach Club, Kiss FM, invite only. And so she gets to go to that. And we'll be there.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun.
Do you have the Miley Cyrus transition music?
Of course I do. Hold, please.
Hi, Michelle. What's up? You're on the air.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Yeah, I was just calling to congratulate Peyton on getting married. I was the one who called in a little while back and suggested you elope. I don't know if you remember.
Oh my gosh, hi, thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
See how influential
well, kind
you are?
of, elope.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
If it's considered eloping.
Yes, it's technically not eloping, but I'm kind of glad that she did this because I'm sure the pressure is off of her.
Oh my gosh, yes, I feel
and
great.
and I just found out yesterday that all this happened because I live under a rock and I was 3 months behind on everything. So thanks to Kyle's little hack, I listened to everything at 1.5 speed.
All right,
I'm all
catch
caught up. Yes, but the same thing happened to me with your friend Shannon. Unfortunately, so I eloped. I would say 6 years ago with my husband, and we told our family, and they were all fine with it. Our friends, but this one friend I was friends with for 10 years. she was the last person I told because I knew that she would act exactly the way your friend did. So I called her and I told her that my husband and I were eloping, and her response was, "Why didn't you tell me?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Why didn't you tell me when you were planning it?" I'm like, "Huh? You want me to tell you everything I'm doing with my partner?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be your maid of honor." I'm like, "Huh?" Basically, like, she decided for herself what she was going to do in my life. And at that point, I was like, yeah, no. And the way she talked to you is exactly how she talked to me. She made it all about her. And for me, that was the point in my life where I decided, like, okay, it's time to keep a distance from her.
Good move.
Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I actually have a little bit of an update on this, though.
Oh, do you?
Well, not that she still hasn't texted me back. That was the last message that I had from her, and then obviously the conversation on the air. But I found out the other day, she's like, I was talking to my sister, and she's like texting my sister about what bet she's making. I was like, so you're like over here saying this to me and talking to me like this, but then on the backside, like, you're texting my sister like everything's sweet and cool. Like, I don't feel like you should have access to me
you know
right
what that
now.
is. She's gathering advocates.
But what do you mean what bet she's making?
Literally, like, on the March Madness games and
I
FanDuel.
thought bet like whether you guys are going to make it or not.
No,
Or whether you're gonna get it.
no. Like, actual sports bets, just not talking about whatever. And I was just like, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little indifferent about it because it's like, yeah, I don't know.
You know what that means?
Kind of rubbing me the wrong
She's
way.
getting people that are close to you to try to get them on her side.
Well, you ain't getting my sister, so I don't know. That's probably the wrong person to try to go for.
Right.
By the way, speaking of sports, you see ASU got a new head basketball coach yesterday.
Yeah.
And I really like his story. His name is Randy Bennett, and he played in Mesa Community College.
Oh, that's
wow.
cool.
So look at
I
him.
know.
So who
He's
has
from
he been,
here.
Who has he been coaching for before
St.
that?
Mary's, I think, right?
In high school or at St. Mary's College?
College.
Yeah, but he like, his story is so great. Like, I hope we can meet him. Like, he was a volunteer assistant at University of San Diego. Then he was a grad assistant in Idaho. Then he was an assistant coach, and he was an assistant coach at Pepperdine, assistant coach at St. Louis. And then I don't know where you said St. Mary's the college.
I thought I got that right.
But I just like that. I like that when people come home and they're massive.
Yeah, it's like a homecoming. I actually think that's really dope for the ASU women and men's team for them to be able to kind of flip around their coaching staff and hopefully get some more eyes back on the Valley.